Hey everyone, it's Jenny at goinggear.com, and I have two different Klarus LED flashlights here. I have the RS116 and then I have the RS1A. Just some similarities between the two. They both include holsters for them. They include lanyards, a clip, as well as a spare O-ring for each flashlight. And also they're rechargeable flashlights, and they come with a USB magnetic end for recharging. What's great about these is you click it, get it close enough to the tail of the flashlight, and it magnetically is drawn to it and then easily pull away. So quick, easy access, especially once it's charged. You can just rip it off and you're not going to harm your battery. Or not your battery, but your flashlight. So really handy, really cool. And I know a lot of products are using it now. I believe Apple's even using the magnetic charging port. But you're also included the USB cord of which you can charge it up with. And like I said, you can use this anywhere. Use it on your home office, use it in your car. You can be charging your light anywhere. Makes it really handy. More similarities between the two. They both have the similar body style to them, as you can see here, with the texture on both. That's the R16. If I can get it to stay focused for me here. And then here's your RS1A. Just a little more grip here, texture, and obviously a little bit longer. They both are IPX8 standard for waterproofing, so you definitely can take this out in a rainstorm and not worry about damaging them, and even using them in some water or underwater at 2 meters. They both have the side switch, which have dual uses, which I'll show you in a second, but just that side soft switch right there on both of them, as well as stainless steel bezels to protect your lens and your LED lights, which are the XPG2 Cree LED lights. And then you have both texture and your orange peel on the inside there. So very similar, pretty much look identical except for length for the most part. They both have your tail stand, so you can use both of them as a candle if necessary, if you wanted to use it that way. And they both have memory functions. So if you click it on, whether you're in low, medium, or high, it will remember the last mode you're in. And once you re-click it to turn it back on, it's going to return to that last memory that you had, or last mode that you had it on. They both have 3 modes and a variable strobe mode. So really handy and easy. And just easy user interface, really easy for everyday use, obviously. So let me just tell you a little bit of the differences between the two. The RS16 actually uses an RCR123 or 16340, but if you use it a 16340, make sure that it has PCB protection, excuse me, just to avoid any harm to you or to the flashlight itself, can cause problems. And don't try and charge a regular CR123, but you can use it with this flashlight. So you have a little bit of an option, but obviously you're going to want to use the RCR123, which it's not included. You will have to purchase one, but well worth the money and just well worth having the rechargeable over just the regular standard one. Here is the tail cap, what comes off, so you can see I already have a battery in there currently. And you can see that the threads are not anodized, just to help with connectivity of when you are charging up your battery. And it screws on nice, tight, and easy, seals up really well to give you that protection against any water or inclement weather you might have it in. It also has a highest lumens of 320 and about a 100-meter throw on it, so a little bit brighter. The RS1A actually runs on a AA battery, or you can just use a regular alkaline AA. But like I said, don't try to recharge the AA battery. Only rechargeable ones should be used. And it has the same concept. You screw off the tail cap to insert the battery, and as well as you can see here, also the threading is anodized to help with the connectivity and charging and recharging your battery. And as you can also see, the magnetic port as well. And this has a highest lumens of 210. Now, using these flashlights, like I said, you just have the side switch here. Really easy to use. They have two different functions, or it has two different functions. You can hold it down just abruptly and just illuminate immediately. Or to go through the modes, you hold the button down, and then to go through each mode, you hold it down again. Likewise, to get to your lowest, and then back up to the brightest. And as I mentioned earlier, the memorization, click it off, click it back on, and I'm back at the highest mode where I left it. Also, to access the strobe, the variable strobe mode, just double click it, whether it's on or off, and then you have your strobe. So really easy interface, easy to use, and definitely going to be great for everyday use. Keep it in your car, or just keep it around the house, keep it charged up, pull it off the charger, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to take them outside just so you can kind of see the difference in them, see the brightness levels, and just show you the comparison of the two. So I'll see you outside. So I'm outside with the two Klarus LED flashlights. I have the RS16 and the RS1A. Right now I have the RS16 on, and I have it on its highest capacity, which is at 320. And as you can see, shoots pretty far for a distance. You can see the tree here that I always shoot on. That's about 25 feet, roughly. You can see the nice spread on the light. I still get some distance, and you can just see like right all the way to the tree path. So, pretty handy for an everyday use flashlight. I'm just gonna click it down one notch so you can see the medium, or the middle mode, and then all the way down to low, where you can kind of see a little bit, and just barely right in that area you could see it, just a hair of light. Now double click it until you can just see the strobe. The camera's not going to really focus since the light's not staying consistent, but we'll click it back on and then go back to its highest mode just so you can see that again. Now I'm going to pull out the RS1A, and I have it on its highest mode, as you can see there, the one in my right hand, and then the RS16 in my left. So let me just turn the 16 off. Now as far as the distance, you're not really seeing a huge difference. It is only 210 lumens for the RS1A, but as far as brightness, you're not doing too bad, and you're still getting that nice blood path where your light throws out. Now I'll click it down to the middle mode, which now you really kind of lose it, and you really more or less see the distance right there. And then we'll do the lowest, which obviously you can't see, just maybe there at the bottom where you can see I'm waving it around. And I'll double click it so you can see the strobe as well, and just the differentiations of it. And I'll click it off. I'm going to go back up on high for both of them, just so you can see the difference. Now the RS1A has a little bit of a cooler beam to it, and then your RS16 has a little bit hotter, and that's in my left hand that I'm shaking here, and then there's your 1A. So as far as brightness, you can see a slight significant difference, but you're going to get about the same potential out of both, especially as an everyday use flashlight. As you can see, it's really easy to use, so definitely going to be handy when you have it charged up and you just take it off the charger and put it to use. So I'm Jenny with GoingGear.com, and you can find these along with other great products at GoingGear.com.